Good evening, I'm Anne-Marie Scottsoff, and we start here at 6 with this, a search for answers. After this prominent local musical artist is killed, gunned down overnight on the east side of Indianapolis. It all happened near Washington Street and I-465. Tonight, Ashton Hackman, how those are close to the victim are reacting to his death.
Just after 2 Friday morning in this parking lot off Franklin Road, Metro Police found this silver car sprayed with bullets. 35-year-old Eric Butler was shot. He was taken to the hospital and died shortly after getting there. Butler was better known by his rapper name, Lil E, a fixture in Indianapolis's rap scene. His music drew hundreds of thousands of views online. Studio Drew worked closely with him as an audio engineer.
It's sad. It's my friend, you know what I mean? Like, he's a legend in the city where, you hope it's not real.
But it is real, and for many around him, heartbreakingly familiar.
Before his death Friday morning, Butler was still recovering after he was shot in this parking lot along East Washington Street in April. That case also has gone unsolved.
Butler's life included brushes with the law, with some past convictions for drug dealing, but those closest to him say it's only part of his story.
He lived his life in front of this city. All the headlines, all the drama that he's been through, where the whole city watching, most people trying to tear him down, where he's lived his life on the front page and he's bounced back every time.
Drew and others who work close with Butler says he had record offers pending and believed his biggest opportunity was still ahead of him.
I think the whole city just has to find a way to be positive and let his music live on, let his whole life live on forever of what he meant to the city and his creativity of it.
Now friends hope the music outlives the violence and a creative voice remembered long after it was silenced. In Indianapolis, Ashton Hackman, 13 News.
Tonight, 2 teens are now facing charges for allegedly carjacking a DoorDash driver and leading police on a high-speed chase. Police say 17-year-old Kyrie Stone drove the stolen car with 19-year-old Dominique Shockley inside. Stone now facing 6 charges, including armed robbery. Shockley is facing 2 charges. The incident happened Tuesday on the east side near Washington and Arlington. Stone's initial hearing is now set for June 23rd. And IndyCar driver Graham Rahal now speaking out and calling out crime in Indianapolis. We want to show you a post to social media today that he made, and it is a response to a post from sportscaster Dan Dockage. Dockage blamed Marion County Prosecutor Ryan Mears for crime in Indianapolis. Rahal claims that security guards wouldn't stand guard at cars at an event that he hosted because they told him they didn't feel safe around kids that had guns nearby. Rahal, in part, is saying that Indy has turned into a complete dump, and it's sad to say the least. We did reach out to the prosecutor's office and Rahal Letterman Lanigan Racing for comment, but we have yet to hear back. In an effort to crack down on crime in Indianapolis, the police, IMPD now, installing a new public safety camera downtown in one of the busiest areas. It's at Washington Street in Illinois under the Arts Garden. IMPD says this will help monitor activity in that area and lead to quicker response times and potentially help solve crimes too. The Conrad Indianapolis covered the cost to install the camera, and they did so in partnership with IMPD. We had a lot of storms in the area this week, and now Governor Mike Braun declaring a state of emergency and doing so for dozens and dozens of counties impacted by the severe weather that came through on Wednesday. What we're looking at here is video that shows how this 6.5-mile path of destruction tore through the state. This is the Morgan Monroe State Forest area right now. The emergency declaration is effective for 30 days in a whopping 63 Indiana counties. This now gives the State Department of Homeland Security time to financially assistance and provide that for people who are in need. We have a full list of counties under that declaration right now if you head to our website at WTHR.com. And those images, we saw the stills yesterday and now this video today. Yeah. It's just remarkable.
It really is, and it gives you a sense not only of how long the damage path was, but at times the path of that tornado was estimated to be a ½ mile wide.
Wow.
And there's still surveys ongoing. The National Weather Service is still gathering data. There's so much damage, they couldn't get into part of that forest, so they may have to do more, and they may find that the strength is stronger than the EF2 that they had so far preliminarily said has moved through the Morgan Monroe State Forest. Temperatures right now are very, very comfortable. Upper 70s. The humidity is down. It's been a day for cleanup for those that have needed to do so, and today has provided that clearing for you. We do have rain returning to our forecast. It's not going to be immediate, but at some point this system will start to move our way, and that'll give us a chance for some scattered showers by early morning. It won't impact your evening. The rest of the next few hours is looking pretty good. We'll lose the sunshine here in just a few hours, and then temperatures will ease their way back into the 60s. Notice the clouds filtering back in, and then yes, a chance for rain just before sunrise as that next system gets here. Chance for some showers. Not everyone's going to see it, and I think if you're north of Indy, you've got a better shot than those that are south of Indy. With 61 for the overnight low temperature, a little bit of a milder start to tomorrow, but look at this. By the afternoon, we're up to near 80 after some rain in the morning. I'll walk you through this on Future Track and show you Father's Day coming up.
All right, Father's Day Sunday, Juneteenth today, a federal holiday that commemorates the day enslaved people learned that they were free more than 160 years ago. And now, for the first time in Indiana, Martinsville is hosting its own celebration, and it is drawing a lot of conversation. Alex Almanzo joins us now live from Martinsville, south of Indianapolis, with more on how the celebration there became a reality after first an idea. Alex.
Yeah, Janine Lee Fair was the organizer of the event. She's actually a Muncie resident, or former Muncie resident. She moved here to Martinsville not too long ago, and she noticed that there was a need. There was a need for that celebration of Juneteenth, knowing that Muncie has largely celebrated it for decades. Now, this is the first Juneteenth celebration here in the Martinsville area, and I want to show you just the amount of people that are here at the Martinsville Area Senior Center. It is standing room only, and a lot of people that we've been speaking with say that this is something that's is absolutely amazing. You know, just to see the community come out and witness something like this, it's an important something important for them, because Martinsville has long carried the reputation of being a sundown town. You might have heard our Logan Gay talk about this yesterday, but in 1968, a 21-year-old Carol Jenkins was killed in a racially motivated attack while selling encyclopedias here in Martinsville. Her death became a symbol of the city's painful past, and that's why organizers and even speakers here tonight say that being here is just as important.
It's important because it's time for a change. You know, the key word you said there is past, and we don't want to live in the past. I don't think anybody wants to live in the past. I think we need to focus on the present.
Now, this event is happening again at the Martinsville Area Senior Center on Blue Buff Road. It's happening until 8 o'clock tonight, so if you're in the area, there's an opportunity for you to bring the family. It's free for everyone, and there's some food, there's lots of activities for the kids. So if you plan on coming out, it's still going on.
All right, Alex, thanks so much. You know, Juneteenth holds a lot of historic value in our country, especially for African Americans. It stems from former President Abraham Lincoln signing the Emancipation Proclamation. He did so on January 1st, 1863. When he did that, that changed the legal status of enslaved African Americans during the Civil War. However, many Confederate states did not follow the order. It wasn't until June 19th, 1865, the Union troops in Texas announced that more than 250,000 enslaved people were finally free, marking today at Juneteenth. Young Hoosiers came together with first responders today to celebrate the day. They did a march on College Avenue for the annual Juneteenth celebration. Brandon Schaff shows us how the community came together today.
Happy Juneteenth! Come on, let's give it some.
In MLK Jr. Park on Indy's near north side, Reverend Malachi Walker spoke to a crowd gathered for Juneteenth, celebrating the end of slavery in 1865.
That piece of history is extremely important to know, and it's not something that we can just get over or stop thinking about, because it happened, and if we don't know our history will be repeated. And that part of our history, we don't need it repeated.
Indy's Juneteenth Peace Walk and celebration began 6 years ago in the aftermath of George Floyd's death. Organizers say the purpose is to promote dialogue while building a more inclusive, compassionate, and connected community for everyone.
Let Juneteenth remind us that freedom is not simply the absence of chains. Freedom is the courage to walk with purpose. Freedom is ownership of our choices. Freedom is accountability to ourselves and one another.
Youth groups, police officers, and firefighters marched together down College Avenue, led by the mayor and leadership from IMPD and IFD. At the park, IFD Chief Ernest Malone credited his late parents for the opportunity he has now.
Was instilled with their strength, with their power, with the way they raised us. And that allowed a person who looks like me to become the chief of the Indianapolis Fire Department.
Kids heard from several speakers with encouraging messages of staying motivated, making good choices, and building strong relationships with those who serve and protect our community.
And we just want to tell them, law enforcement are here to help. They're here to give us opportunities and stuff like that. So I could see this happening in the next couple years, get bigger and bigger and bigger. This whole park will be filled eventually.
Indy native Carson Bullard says Juneteenth represents freedom and an opportunity for everyone to come together as equals. In Indianapolis, Brandon Sheff, 13 News.
A lot of big smiles there. The events continue tomorrow to celebrate Juneteenth. You can start your Saturday with a Freedom Walk hosted by the Hill 317 at Lawrence Community Park. Then after that, head on over to the Children's Museum for the annual Juneteenth Jamboree. The Madam Walker Legacy Center also hosting its 4th annual Legacy Fest block party. And the night wraps up with the Indy Juneteenth Parade. That's at the Indiana State Fairgrounds. All information about these events and even more online right now at WTHR.com. Coming up, this is a big weekend for the GOP, the Republican Party here in Indiana. What's at stake at the convention that's kicking off now? Rob?
We've got nothing but 70s and 80s in the forecast, but we also have some rain chances. I'll outline when those chances arrive and how long this pattern may stick around.
Fever hitting the road. They're going to Atlanta searching for redemption. We're recapping the big game last night that you got to watch on Channel 13 and look ahead to the next match.